morning. Today is Tuesday. I had to think for a minute. Tuesday, December 24th. It's Christmas Eve. I just got back from eating breakfast with my family because we go every year for Christmas Eve. We go for breakfast. And I ordered something that it was not what I expected at all. And I didn't like it. I really didn't. I am not a breakfast eater. I don't like to eat breakfast out. It's my least favorite meal. Of course, we know I don't eat till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then my family likes to get together at 9 in the morning. That's what time I get up. It's just like, no. But anyway, we have some birthdays. Today is Bonnie Brayton's birthday. Bratton, B-R-A-T-T-O-N. But Bonnie gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonnie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Also, it's Mary Jane Higgins. It's her birthday too. Mary Jane, you get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary Jane. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I always remember my Aunt Agnes when she was having my cousin Mark on the 24th, and my mother was in the same hospital having my sister Sue on the 26th. 2 days apart. It was like, okay. Anyway, also we have an anniversary. Today is Diana Antu and her husband Patrick's 27th anniversary. They got married on Christmas Eve. My cousin Lynn and Dale got married on New Year's Eve. But no, we're talking about Diana and Patrick. Happy birthday. No, it's not your birthday. Happy anniversary. 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 Anyway, we got back from having breakfast. I'm going to show you a picture. I tried to get everybody in the picture, but there were so many of us, and you know, like they didn't want their picture taken. They're done. So anyway, here's a picture of us at breakfast. Okay, so I showed you a picture of I'm going to have a picture of the menu too. If I have that, I'm going to show it to you now. I don't know if I took a picture of the menu. If I do, I'm going to show it to you now. If not, you're not going to see it. Here's what we're having our breakfast today. There's the guy that's going to pay.
Lucky me.
I think you saw it. Anyway, what I like about this restaurant, it's not a religious restaurant, but it's a family-oriented restaurant, and they feel that family is very important, and faith is very important. So it's a faith-based restaurant too, and so they have all the different graces and prayers that you can say before your meals on their menu, right smack on their menu, and they got pictures of their family all around the whole restaurant, and it's a family atmosphere, and I really like it. But I don't like going out for breakfast that early in the morning. It's too much. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am exhausted. I am so really tired. I do see a nap in my future. I do see it because I am going to be taking a nap. Jim and I aren't going anywhere tonight. My daughter Christy last night had got me a snowman candy dish, or fruit dish, or whatever I want to use for it. But my brother Michael had already got me one, so after breakfast, Jim and I went to Kohl's, and we exchanged it for a gingerbread man. So I wanted to get a Santa Claus, but they didn't have any more Santa Clauses, so I got a gingerbread man. But in true Jim fashion, he's dropping me off at the door, and I said, well, this isn't the door for the refunds, it's the next door. And he says, yeah, but I have to use the bathroom. And so I said, oh, okay. So I'm figuring that he's going to use that door to go to the bathroom. So I just got out of the car, walked to the other door, went in, got what I wanted to exchange, stood in the line. And then I get done, and I'm like, and Jim never brings his phone with him anywhere he goes. He leaves it in the truck. He just always leaves it in the truck. So I'm standing there, I'm thinking, now he knows this is where I am. He knows I'm at the refund thing. I'm not going to look through for the whole store looking for him. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's nowhere to be found. So then I go thinking, well, maybe maybe he went to the bathroom and then went outside and he's just waiting in the truck. He's waiting for me to come out of the store. So I went and stood out in front of the store. And I thought, where is he? Where is that man of mine? Oh, that man of mine. I didn't know where he was. So I went to use my phone. I thought on the off shot that he's in the truck and he'll have the phone. And he had texted me actually, and he said, I'm sitting at the front door. There's 2 front doors. Obviously he wasn't at the front door by the refund counter. So I went to the other front door, or the other front door, and he was sitting in a wheelchair there. And he looked like a handicapped man. I'm surprised people didn't give him a donation as he was walking out. They were walking out the door. And I said, well, why didn't you come over by the refund stand? He says, well, I told you I was at the front door. And I said, well, I told you that I was going to be over by the refund register, which was the other door. And he says, well, this is the door I dropped you off. This is the door I was going to pick you up at. So I said, okay, fine with me. So then we came home. So we're not doing anything tonight. We're just probably going to watch some Christmas movies. We have a lot of DVDs. Christmas DVDs, so we're going to watch that. We have some leftover turkey. We're going to have hot turkey sandwiches for dinner tonight. But anyway, my breakfast, I ordered, I thought it was a banana pecan pancake, because the description, it was under pancakes, and it said sauteed bananas with, how did it say that? Sauteed bananas and pecans. And it was under the pancakes, but it was a specialty pancake, but it was oven baked. So I thought, oh, I didn't pay that much attention to it. And when they brought it, it was like they put a whole coffee cake in front of me. It was like, I don't know if you've seen them, like those German pancakes and things like that. It was just not what I was expecting at all. So I immediately cut it in half. Aaron couldn't make it because Aaron had to work. So I immediately cut it in half and asked for a carryout box and put it in the carryout box so that Christy could bring it to Aaron, who was working. And then I probably ate a quarter of it. It was just so sweet. Think of me, I'm saying something that was too sweet, but it really was just too sweet. And I don't know. And then I had 2 slices of bacon because the waitress brought us an extra platter of bacon by mistake. And so she said, since she already served it, just to keep it. So I ate the 2 slices of bacon. And I had a glass of milk. But I'm so full. It's just, I'm just not, I don't eat that early. But anyway, going to share a story. I'm going to try to compose myself because I'm overly tired, and so that's going to draw me to tears more so, and I don't want to cry because it's like it's my best Christmas present that I ever got from my dad, the best I've ever gotten from my dad. But it also was the saddest Christmas of my life. It was the worst Christmas of my whole life. My father was very ill, and I had told you the story before. We were having Thanksgiving dinner, and we had just sat down for Thanksgiving dinner, and the hospital called and told us that we should get there right away, and because he had taken a turn for the worse. And we got up from the table, didn't eat any of the food or anything, and just got up from the table and went right to the hospital. And he gave us a scare that day, but he didn't pass. And when we got home, all the food was still sitting on the table. It was like hours later. It was just, so that was like my worst Thanksgiving too. But I had seen him a couple days. I had gone every day to see him, and I had seen him the day before on the 23rd. And so he at this point was in a coma. He wasn't responding to anything. But you know what? I still believe that you can hear something. So I still, we still talk to him and everything. And so I told him, I said, Dad, I'm not going to make it tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve, and we go to Jim's family, which takes about an hour and a half to get to his mother's house from where we lived. So I said, I'm not going to make it because, with the kids. And, I gave him a kiss and I gave him a hug and that. And so then I left. And then on Christmas morning, we go out to breakfast. That's our tradition. We went, even when the kids were little, we did that. We went out to breakfast, and then we came home, and they were like waiting in anticipation to open their gifts, which I told you was just going to be their Christmas outfit. And I given them their baths, and we're all getting dressed and we're all ready to go. And the hospital called and had said that he was really, really bad, that this was at this time. And so we had called the priest to come and give my father last rites. And so Jim took the kids to go to the, because I didn't want to ruin it for the kids. So Jim took the kids to his parents' house, and then my sister picked me up and we went to the hospital. And I told you this before, this was the only time I've ever heard my mother swear. And I'm not even going to tell you what she said because it was just so, like, shocking. It just was so shocking. But we gave my father last rites and he started to cry. And the doctors was telling us that he's not crying. It's just his his eye ducts are just watering up. It's just a sign of like death coming near. And he doesn't know he's not aware of what's going on, and he doesn't know. And I know that my father knew that we were giving him last rites. I knew that. But, you know, so we sat there and I gotta take a minute. Okay, I knew I wasn't gonna get through this. I so apologize. But I am determined to get through this story. But anyway, when it got to be midnight, and it was Christmas, and we were wishing each other Merry Christmas and that, the nurse came in, and she had all these little boxes of presents for us. I'm so sorry I'm bringing everybody down on Christmas Eve. I don't mean to do that. But anyway, she brought these Christmas presents in for us that my father, before he had gone into his coma, right after he had a scare at Thanksgiving, my father was a collector of stamps and coins, and he collected just about everything. He might have been a hoarder and we didn't know it. I don't know. But anyway, he had asked this particular nurse, I can't remember her name, but she was like an angel from God. She really was. And she came in with all these little boxes of these presents, and she said that, you know, right after your dad had his scare at Thanksgiving, he had your mother bring, my mother was there at the time too, but he said he had your mother bring all of his coin collection in, because he liked to just feel the coins, and I don't know, it's just weird, but he just liked to hold them in his hands and feel them and touch them and stuff like that. And so I'm sure my mother just kind of thought, well, you know, he just wants to hold his coins. Because he would take them out of the little books, and he'd put them back in the little books, and he'd take them out again and put them back in. He just loved holding his coins. So my mother didn't really pay that much attention to the fact that he wanted his coins. And so he had given them to the nurse and asked her to make them something special for us for Christmas. So my dad made me a keychain with his coin. And I won't use it as a keychain because I'm so afraid I'm going to lose it. So I keep it in my box, in my jewelry box. But it just has such special meaning because he knew it was the end, and he knew it was the last gift he was going to give us. So we each got a coin. We each got it in a keychain. I don't know what everybody else did with theirs, but there's my coin. But by far, the best gift, other than my life and everything that my father's done for me in my life, is this keychain. And the best gift my mother ever gave me was that pea coat. But those are memories that I'll always have. You know, I've gotten so many Christmas presents over the years. I can tell you my worst one, for Jim, with the 8-track of the Johnny Cash 8-track, was my worst gift ever that I ever got. The best gift Jim ever gave me was some diamond earrings. I mean, they were just gorgeous. I don't wear them. I have pierced ears, but you'd think I'd wear them. I don't wear them. But my dad, taking the time knowing that he was dying and knew he only had days, weeks to live, made a special point of making me this special gift for Christmas. So, best gift ever for my dad. Pea coat from my mother. But like I said, all the gifts I've gotten in my whole life, some things just stand out in my memory, and this is one of them. So, once again, blubbering idiot. What a way to bring Christmas down. I just think that because of the holidays, my father and that, and my uncles, and just different things, I have a hard time staying on my program. I eat emotionally for my holidays, and this year was no different. So I have to change that pattern, and I definitely will. But anyway, Enough of that. 2020, you won't see me cry. But I'm not promising anything. The older I get, the faster I cry. It's just like I cry like at the drop of a hat. I don't understand. I just don't understand. But it's just, and I know that everybody says there's no shame in crying, and it's expected, and it's an emotion, and it's part of life, and blah, blah, blah. But you just don't understand. That's not, you know, that's not. It's 6 kids in the family. I was raised completely different than Denise. Denise will cry, and she doesn't have any problem with it. If I cry, I just think it's a sign of weakness, and it's just, I don't know. There's a time and place for, I know, I hear you. I hear you. Calm down. Calm down. I hear you. I hear you. But anyway, I did check with Danny because the other one's whatever, but I did have a special memory to share for the last day because tomorrow's Christmas. And so the last family memory is from a very good friend of our family. It's just, I'm surprised that I got this person to be on camera, but I had to check with the Christy and Jimmy and Danny to make sure that it was okay that I had this particular friend on camera because it's a truly special member of our family. So let them share their memory with you. Okay, this person that I'm going to share the memory from is so magical that she didn't show up on tape. Or he didn't show up on tape. But anyway.
Because I'm a boy, not a girl.
It's a boy, not a girl. But share a Christmas memory here, Jingles.
Hi, my name is Jingles. I'm up here at the North Pole, and I'm just checking in on Christmas Eve to see how you guys are doing tonight. I'm making a special appearance to be on Miss Sandy's video tonight, but you won't be able to see me because that's how magical I am. But anyways, I have lots of memories to share over the years because I've been doing this for so many years. I've lost track of how many years it's been. But I remember one year I had that, let's see, oh my gosh, I had a good one and now I can't remember it. Let me think for a minute, okay?
Okay, Jingles, take your time.
All right, thank you. Oh, I remember one time that I was talking to someone and they were wondering why the dog was barking in the background. And I said, well, that's because that's my dog. And they said, you have a dog? I said, well, yeah, we have all kinds of animals here. We have dogs and cats and everything. And I was just taking my dog for a walk, and then you guys, when I decided to call you, that's why he's barking in the background. Because he knows it's time for me to go feed the reindeer and take him for a ride so we can get all prepped up and ready to go for our evening fly. So I had to tell him that, you know, it was my dog, and which it was, but he thought it was my reindeer. And I said, reindeers don't bark. What are you talking about? So that's one of my memories that I had. So that was pretty fun. But I've had so many. I mean, people ask me, am I a boy or girl? Because I sound like a girl, and I said, well, I'm a boy. And it's because I'm very, 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 very tiny, and I have a high voice. So, but anyways, I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. And I hope Santa's good to all of you. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, Jingles. I'll have a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And I will probably put a quick little video up tomorrow. Not really long, but just a, you know, Merry Christmas video. And come Saturday, rededicated to my program. And you wait and see. You wait and see. It's gonna be a ride, but it's gonna be one you're gonna love taking with me.